My 29th birthday was the worst ever. Not because of what I had, but because of what I didn't have. A couple days earlier, after several years of happy marriage, with 3 healthy children and our 4th on the way, my usual pattern after work was to find my wife, Angie, at home with our kids. But today, that was not to be. I remember feeling frantic as I learned that she had been rushed to the hospital due to pregnancy-related complications. Hospital systems have often done battle with a culture where, sometimes, well-intended workers forget to wash their hands, cover their coughs, or follow other vital safety guidelines. Forgotten and unfollowed instructions in hospitals have cost hundreds of thousands of lives. Today, I often see or hear about folks forgetting to follow all of the recommended health and safety guidelines to slow the spread of COVID-19. Most of us try to do the right things most of the time, but sometimes we may forget or fail to understand exactly how important it really is to do everything we've been asked to do. As a result, sometimes we wind up accidentally spreading the virus without even realizing it. A serious but kind reminder to follow the health and safety guidelines can do a lot to slow the spread. In 1986, the guinea worm pandemic had infected an estimated 3.5 million people across Africa and Asia. However, after people began holding one another strictly accountable to follow all the health and safety guidelines associated with that pandemic, it was all but eradicated. Worldwide, as of April 16, 2020, there were less than 10 reported cases of that terrible disease. In 2005 and 2006, after a campaign where people began to kindly remind one another to follow safety guidelines, compliance improved significantly and needless deaths decreased drastically across thousands of U.S. hospitals. On June 14, 2006, over 122,000 lives saved were celebrated. Imagine us saving a similar number of lives from COVID-19. Each of us has loved ones who regularly need care. It's fair to wonder if they will fall victims to the inadvertent failings and mistakes of well-intended but forgetful people, or if they will make it through okay. Thanks to people who are constantly reminded to always do the right things, when my sweetheart was most vulnerable, she was able to return home and to health a few short days later, and our baby was born with no complications a few months later. Today, we are a thriving family team of 8. I am so glad our family has not become a deadly statistic, and I hope we never will be. For the sake of keeping everyone you and I love around a little longer, we are all working to help slow the spread of COVID-19. Thank you to everyone who has done their part to learn the guidelines and commit to follow them. We now invite you to commit to continue and to encourage others to do the same. Not only is it okay, it's imperative, and it's also kind to remind. This way, together, we have saved lives, and we will continue to save lives. Learn how you can share your ongoing commitment and encourage others to do the same at bit.ly/studentart to stop COVID.